Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new guest, well, a guest that you guys have been asking for, and it's our supervisor. Usually she's here to write me up, but today she's here because she got written up. It appears she's put on a few pounds over the winter, but then again, who hasn't? So we need to get her a little exercise. Unfortunately, her favorite form of exercise, which is my little Traxxas Rustler here, ran into a little problem. And the problem being a pole. So we have some broken suspension here, and the body's chewed up because, well, until we taught her not to chew on the car, there was a little learning curve. So now she knows that when the car stops, if it happens to be upside down, she just flips it back over and doesn't chew on it. Keeps the destruction to a minimum. So I did get a new body for it in addition to the suspension that we tore up. So we're going to go ahead and change the suspension. Unfortunately, the USPS delivered our parts with a little note that says, "Damage by mechanical equipment, please accept our apology." Apparently they're outsourcing their human damage to machines now. They're stealing our jobs. Just wait till FedEx finds out about these machines. They're gonna fire all their package handlers. So let's open up our package, see if there's anything still usable in it, see if we can get our car fixed and get her out and have some fun. Control arms, packing list. I got some tires because I kind of wore out the other ones. Tie rod ends and some pins. Let's get it put together. So as you can see, this wheel is a little further back than the other one, and the reason for that is we pulled the control arm out of here. So I got the pin that goes in here, I got a new control arm, and we bent this tie rod here. So it comes with the whole assembly. So we're just going to change all that. And we got some bald tires back here, so I might change them now or wait a little bit. Wait till these are completely bald. We'll see how it goes through the grass. Open up our tool kit here that they gave us. I have to take the tires off anyway.
Here's a close-up of our damage in case any of you at home are writing an estimate. The first thing we need to do is pull this little skid plate off the bottom. It's held in by 3 screws on the bottom and 2 in the front, I think. I'm learning as we go.
So we got a pin in there to pull out, or a screw. So we got this screw here to take out so we can get these pins out. I think. I'm making this up as I go along. I'm not certified in Traxxas repair, but it will be. Well, there's our control arm. Looks like we got a little bit of pole wedged in here. This was not included in the toolkit. Well, we gotta pry all this out of here so we can get the Allen wrench in it. There we go. A bunch of holes, so we'll mark this one to make sure we get it back in the right spot. There's a little split in here. I did stuff it back together and it lasted about 2 bumps. This piece comes out now. That's it. That's our control arm. I got a pair because that's the way they come. We're just gonna need the one though. We'll save the other one for the next time. 50-50 chance. You know I got it wrong. Okay. We got our new pins. This is actually for all 4 wheels. There's our pile. Click. And that one goes right here. All right. I think we'll hold on to our new tires until we totally destroy these. Just put this piece on and we're done. Oops. Forgot we gotta change this. Got ahead of myself. All right, throw a battery in it. Well, I should probably charge it. We can go take it out and test drive it. I saved the ends of the tie rod just in case I break them again. They were still good. This pin is probably still good. Same with this one, but I got a new one, so I'm not gonna worry about it. We got our control arm fixed, we got our steering fixed. I put the little spacers back in here for our springs to lift our front end back up. I keep losing those things. Bought a couple extra so I don't have any problems. Everything was good, so I decided to upgrade the battery. Get a little more power out of it, or last a little bit longer, or both. Yep, it definitely went a lot faster. Found a tree root while I was driving through the grass. Turned this thing in one of those ninja throwing stars.
Learned this one from Paula Abdul.
And Mama didn't raise no quitter, so I didn't let up on the throttle. So wide open throttle, sudden stop, and we got the 4L60 conversion. Now the transmission doesn't do anything but make a bunch of noise. So I think we need to tear it apart and figure out what we broke and then fix that. Oh, we also got new tires, so that helped to break it, I guess. Well, just like all my other rebuilds. Drive, crash, fix, repeat.
All right, so our noise is coming from in here. Let's see what's inside here. See if we can find our problem. Well, I think we found our problem. Definitely. I think there's supposed to be teeth on that gear. Alright. Well, it was easy to find the problem. I don't know about fix it. So let me get that gear and we'll figure out how to change that thing. It's buried in there. Almost looks like we can take this entire axle off of here. I don't know. Let me get the gear and we'll find out. I stopped on the way home from the shop and picked up our spur gear. The hobby shop's literally on my way home, so it's nice and convenient because, well, I break this thing a lot. So it's a 3956 is the part number. It's a 54 tooth spur gear, 3.3, and it costs a whopping $3. And they had it in stock. So let's go throw it together. This is the back rear axle. I'm going to try and take this whole thing off. I mean, should be able to pull the motor out. Not sure if I'll take the front off or not. See how the drive shaft comes out. I could be doing this completely wrong too. I'm not an expert. Figuring out how does that go. Ooh, those are different lengths. Are they? Yep. So those are the bottom, the other ones are the top. Okay. I guess that's how you do it. And I believe that's our problem. This screw looks like it backed out. Well, getting it out was easier than expected. Whatever. Click. Click. Torque specs are critical on this. Click. Apparently the last guy didn't tighten them down to manufacturer specs. And it was the manufacturer. Alright. Now, a little clutch. And this was loose because I pulled that out. It should have stayed on there. Let's tighten that down. Click. All right. I believe it's all back together the way it was before. And we'll just toss this back in here. You know, this motor seems like it might be a little loose too. So while we got it apart, we'll go ahead and pull this off. Just make sure that the motor's tightened into its bracket so we don't strip that gear out again. I'm sure it was just because those screws were loose. Allowed it to wiggle a little bit, and that was the end of it. That was all she wrote. These are pretty easy to work on. Just need power tools, so we don't have to do it caveman style. I think this is how you get the motor out. We'll find out in a second. Yep. Complete with grass and dirt. Leave it on the kitchen table, because there's no supervisor here to yell at me. Alright. That one. Oh, this one's definitely loose. That also might have contributed to a misalignment on those gears. Click. Alright. Would have been bad not to check that, put it all back together, and have to buy another $3 gear. Not that the cost of the gears is that big a deal. The supervisor doesn't have her toy. She gets very upset with me. So to get the motor out, there's one down here, one down here, one here, and one here. And it just slides, the whole bracket slides out. And that's after you take the rear axle out, which is just the 4 in there. As long as I don't break this stuff. That looks expensive. Alright, I think we're ready to put this back in. Our gears are lined up. If we have to, we can slide this gear back on the motor to line it up, but it looks like it's centered. So now we can throw this on here. Some more junk for the kitchen table. All I did was move it back and forth to turn the drive shaft so that the axle would slide in. So it slipped in there. Now we'll leave that off till the end. Put our bolts back in here. These are the top, they're shorter. Click. Click. All right. Everything looks lined up in there. We're confident enough we can put the cover back on. Suppose it's only one screw, right? We'll put the cover back on and we'll go put a battery in it and see if it works. Or if it just makes a bunch of noise, it doesn't go anywhere. We got our upgraded battery to help break things faster. when the pizza girl and the supervisor get home, we'll go test it out and see if it works out in the grass.
It looks like our diagnosis and repair was exactly what the car needed. Got it going, got the supervisor happy and exhausted so she can't write me up, and I have managed not to break it or crash it since. And don't worry, even with all these crashes, I didn't go through insurance, so it still has a clean Carfax. So that looks like it for this video. I'll see you guys next time with something else to rebuild. Maybe something a little bigger.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.